The Honorable Homer Ashurian from Charbash was born in Urmia to his parents Babajan and Sophia in 1936. While Homer was in high school, he joined a group of Assyrian youth, Dested Chalish, at the Assyrian Presbyterian Church of Urmia, which represented all Assyrian churches. He was elected later to the board of this organization and then to the leadership of Dested Chalish. From the early years, he showed interest in learning ancient history and languages. After graduating from high school, he moved to Tehran, the capital city of Iran, to pursue his higher education. He continued his education in the archaeology department at the University of Tehran. He received his bachelor's degree in general archaeology and his master's degree in Assyriology. He met Susie in Urmia, and after courting her for 7 years, they married in 1959 in Tehran. In 1957, he was invited to join the Department of Iranian Museums. He then was assigned as the curator of the Cultural Museum in Tehran. During his work at the museum, he met Professor Rudolf Matzukh, who was teaching Oriental languages at the University of Tehran. They started working together in his research in the Aramaic and vernacular Assyrian. This is when Matzukh invited Homer to join him in Berlin to teach Assyrian vernacular language. However, Homer was prevented from traveling because of a heart attack he had suffered in Tehran. During these years, Homer was elected to the Assyrian Society of Tehran, Mutzva, while he was serving on the executive board of the Assyrian Youth Cultural Society, Sita Sapreta. In 1963, Homer was invited by the Assyrian Society of Tehran, Mutzva, to be the principal of Shushan Assyrian School. Then he was transferred to teach in several high schools of Tehran. Homer was a member of the committee of 5 dignitaries who established the Assyrian Universal Alliance, AUA, in 1968 in France. Later he was called to head another high school, and he served as a principal of Aryan High School in Tehran until 1975, when he was elected as a congressman to represent the Iranian Assyrians in the Iranian parliament. He received much support from his fellow Assyrians, who were delighted to have Homer as their representative. During his service in the parliament, he helped the Assyrian villagers by constructing roads, bridges, schools, social gathering centers, and providing electricity and fresh water to the village houses. He also received help from the government to expand Shushan Assyrian School and the School of the Assyrian Church of the East in Tehran. Homer was awarded Imperial Order of Homayun, Grade 3, in 1977 by His Imperial Majesty Muhammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. Homer also received a special decoration of 50 years of Pahlavi dynasty. He served as the editor of 2 prestigious Assyrian magazines titled Kircha, the Scroll, and Shvila, the Way, published in Tehran. Homer then was invited by the Assyrian American National Federation to pay a visit to the Assyrian American communities living in different American states. While in the U.S., it was arranged for him to visit governors and mayors of different cities and states he visited. In these visitations, he was awarded with keys to the cities and a proclamation designated August 13, 1977, as Homer Ashurian Day in the city of Hartford in Connecticut by Mayor George Athenson. In 1984, he migrated to the USA and made Chicago his new home. His 2 sons, Tiklat and Ramin, were in the USA when he joined them. And then in 1987, his wife Susie came to Chicago to join her family. In 1987, he joined the board of directors of the Assyrian Universal Alliance Foundation, and now is the executive director of this organization. Among the services he renders to the Assyrians is a revised translation of the Old and New Testaments of the Bible. This project is done in the Aramaic Bible translation of the Wycliffe Bible translators under financial support of the AUA Foundation. Homer started this project as the chief editor under the late Dr. Peter Talia in Chicago at the Assyrian Presbyterian Covenant Church in 1987. The AUA Foundation serves thousands of elderly people in Chicago and in suburbs. It runs Ashurbanipal Library and does research in Assyrian culture and heritage, making several documentary DVDs and publishing rare books and manuscripts. For almost 8 years, Homer worked with a talented cinematographer from Armenia, the late Lena Yakubova, to create documentaries. Together with Lena, they created an unprecedented educational DVD titled Alphabet, Our Assyrian Heritage. The DVD educates children how to write the Assyrian language while giving lessons on Assyrian history. There are currently 7 films about Assyrians in different parts of the world: Armenia, Turkey, Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Georgia, and Russia. Another project created with Homer's cooperation is a liturgy collection of Assyrian church music. Working with the history materials, Homer provided a valuable consultation to the world-renowned scholars such as Jeffrey Kahn, Jeff Coakley, Sam Fox, and young Assyrian scholars like Nina Blamasu and many others. Now Homer is working on animated cartoons for children, White Friend, Black Friend, Chora Chwara, Chora Kuma, by Hannibal Alchas. In addition, he is working on a poem by the well-known Russian poet Alexander Pushkin called The Golden Fish, Nuina Davaneta. His life's purpose has been to serve the Assyrian nation, and this life sets an excellent example for the new generation who want to follow in his footsteps.